Ladies and gentlemen, children and friends, to South Houston High School for the presentation of Fiddler on the Roof, with music by Jerry Buck, lyrics by Sheldon Hodel, a book by Joseph,
it's Joseph.
Joseph Stein, and produced by the South Houston High School Fine Arts Department.
Fine Arts.
All right, Fine Arts. What do you want to say now, Golde?
Tell the audience to please refrain from taking pictures or using flash photography or recording anything, and to please turn their cell phones completely off.
You just told them. But you did not say if you are having trouble turning it off to ask the person sitting next to you for help. And don't worry, they will consider it a blessing. Anything else you want me to say, Golde?
There will be a 15-minute intermission, and restrooms are located in the lobby.
Restrooms? These people aren't tired.
Don't be such an ox. I'll explain later.
Surely, you'll do everything. Now, please enjoy the South Houston High School presentation of Fiddler. A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But in our little village in Anatevka, you can say each and every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy, you know. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition! Tradition, 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 tradition. Because of our traditions, we've kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear our clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and always wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition start? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition, and because of our traditions, everyone knows who he is and what God expects him to do. Day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has a right as master of the house to have a final word at home? The Papa. Tradition, the Papa, tradition.
Must know the way to make a proper home, a quiet home, a kosher home. So must raise a family and run the home. So Papa's free to read the holy book.
The Mama. Tradition, the mama, tradition.
At 3 I started Hebrew school, at 10 I learned a trade. I hear they picked a bride for me, I hope she's pretty. The sun, tradition. The sun, tradition.
And who does Mama
circle of our village, we've always had those certain types. For instance, Yente the Matchmaker.
Abraham, I found a perfect match for your son. A wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rachel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Rachel, but she hardly sees. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Abraham. Is your son so much to look at? The way he looks and the way she sees? It's a perfect match.
And Naim, the beggar.
Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
We read Nahim? 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? Well, last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So, just because you had a bad week doesn't mean I had to suffer.
And our most beloved, the rabbi.
Certainly, my son.
Is there a blessing for the farm?
A blessing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar. Far away from us.
And then there are others in our village. Ones with a much bigger circle. His Honor the Constable, His Honor the Priest, and His Honor many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. We've gotten along perfectly well. There was that one time when he sold him a horse, but he delivered a mule. But we're past that now. We live in perfect peace and harmony, and most
It
of...
was a mule. It was a mule.
Tradition. Without our tradition, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Put them on my head. Over there, foolish girl. Where is Chava?
She's in the barn.
When will Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath, and he worries a lot about when he'll be home. All day long, riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know that Papa works hard.
His horse works harder. Bring me some more potatoes. You were reading? Again? Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mama, Yente's coming. She's down the road.
Maybe she's finally found a good match for you, Tzeitel.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why did she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
Go finish sweeping in the barn. I want to talk to Yente alone.
Mama, can I go outside and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go
Go.
But Mama, the men she finds, the last one was so old and he was bald. He had no hair.
A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair, marry a monkey.
But Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old and...
Do you have to boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the evil eye? Go.
Golde, darling. I had to see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day in the week news, once in a lifetime news. Where are your daughters? Outside. No? Good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golde, I'll find every single one of them a husband. But you shouldn't be so picky.
Because even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. And who should know better than I? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, alone. All I do at night is think of him. And even thinking of him gives me no pleasure because you know as well as I, he wasn't much of a person. Never made a living, everything he touched turned to mud, but better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Sarah in the house?
But she's busy, you can come back later.
I would like to talk to her.
Later.
Oh, Model, I thought I heard you.
Finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
What does that poor little Tailor want with Tzeitel? They have been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play. They play? What do they play? Who knows? They're just children. From such children come other children. Motel, he's a nothing. Yente, you said... Children. They're a blessing in your old age. But my Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was good as gold. Never raised his voice to me. But what's the use in complaining? Other women enjoy complaining. But not yet. Well, I'm off to prepare my poor Sabbath table. Goodbye, Golde. Yente, you said you had news for me. Oh, of course. The news. It's about Lazar Wolf, the butcher. A good man. A fine man. And I don't need to tell you that he's well off. But he's lonely, the poor man. Well, to make things short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Tzeitel. My Tzeitel? No, the Tsar Tzeitel. Of course you're Tzeitel. Such a match for my Tzeitel! But Tevye wants to learn it, man. He doesn't like Lazar. Listen to me, Golde. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Lazar discuss it himself. He's a good man, a wealthy man. True? True. So you'll tell me how it went, and you don't have to thank me because aside from the fee, which Lazar will pay anyways, it gives me satisfaction to make people happy. So goodbye, Golde, and you're welcome.
What did she want, Mama?
When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish sweeping the floor.
I wonder if Yente found a good match for you, Tzeitel.
I'm not anxious for Yente to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Model. Tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Tzeitel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yente brings...
Oh, Yente.
Well, someone has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves.
She might bring someone wonderful.
Someone interesting.
And well off.
And important. Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match.
Matchmaker, I'll be the male. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see.
For Papa, make him a scholar, or Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't bother if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in a match, Chava? I thought you just had your eye on your books. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son.
Well, why not? We only have one rabbi, and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yente brings, you'll take. Right? Of course, right. Hodel, oh Hodel, have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young, right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch, true? True, I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Chava, I found him. Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper, he'll beat you every night, but all right. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I do the best I can. With no dowry, no money, no family background. Be glad you got a man.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please, take your time. Up to this minute I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear Yente, see that he's gentle. Remember, you are also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches. A girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no find, catch me no cash, unless he's a matchless man.
Dear God, today I am a horse. Did you have to make my horse lose his shoe on the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. I know. What have you got against my horse? It's bad enough. You pick on me, Tevye. Bless me with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. You know, sometimes when I think it's too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what kind of mischief I can play on my friend Tevye.
You're finally here. Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for Sabbath.
Hurry up, the sun won't wait for you. I have something to tell you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not complaining, really. I know. With your help, I'm starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, yabba-dibby-dibby, yabba-dibby-dibby-dibby-dum. All day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibby-dibby, yabba-dibby-dibby-dibby-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, idle-diddle-diddle-diddle, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. Fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I fill my yards with the chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And with each quack and a geese and a quack and a cock would land like a trumpet to the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, yabba-dibby-dibby, yabba-dibby-dibby-dibby-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba dibba dibby, yabba dibby 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 dum. If I were a pretty, pretty rich, idle, diddle, 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 I'd see my wife, my Golde, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at her servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them like a Solomon the Wise. If you please, Reverend Tevye, pardon me, Reverend Tevye, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Yada-dee-da-da, yada-da-da, yada-da-da-da. And it wouldn't make one bit of difference if I answered right or wrong. 'Cause when you're rich, they think you really know. If I were a rich man, yabba-dibby-dibby-yabba-dibby-dibby-dibby-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibby-dibby-yabba-dibby-dibby-dibby-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
There he is. You forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Sorry for Mordcha. I had a little trouble with my horse.
Tevye, we got my order for the Sabbath.
This is bigger than the plague in Odessa.
Talking about news. Terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it?
What does it say?
In a village named Veronica, all Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
May the Tsar develop his own personal plague.
Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us any good news?
I only read it. It's an edict from the authorities.
May the authorities itch in places they cannot reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse him? What good does your cursing do? You stand around, you curse, and you chatter, you don't do anything. You'll chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village.
No.
Then where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student in university there.
Aha! The university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That's where I learned that there's more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Why should I break my head on the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
She's right. As the good book says, when you spit in the air, it lands on your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening on the outside world.
He's wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath from Mordcha.
Tevye, give me my cheese.
Right, of course. You're not from here,
Perchik.
Perchik. Ah, as Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land. Moses said that. Excuse me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
Tevye, my cheese.
Right, of course. Here, have a piece, Perchik.
I have no money, and I am not a beggar.
It's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For your sake.
It's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it's the rich who are the criminals. Someday, their wealth will be ours.
If they would agree, I would agree.
And who makes this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes, Perchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I will be willing to teach them lessons. Open their minds to great thoughts.
What thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
I am a poor man, Perchik. Food for lessons? Very well. Come to us for the Sabbath. We don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a man eats a chicken, one of them is sick. It doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere it says something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath, Papa.
Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is not mine. This is Motel Canton, Perchik from Kiev.
So, you did me a favor and came in.
This Perchik is also mine. Golde, this is Perchik. He's from Kiev. He's a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I'm a teacher. A very good teacher.
I've heard once the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of one.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The wit she gets from me. As the good book says...
The good book can wait. Get washed.
The tongue she gets from her mother.
Motel, you are also eating with us? Of course. Another blessing. Tzeitel, 2 more. Get washed. Chava, you go too. You can wash outside at the well. Tevye, I have something to tell you.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye, I have to tell...
I'm brave.
It's about Lazar Wolf.
The butcher, what about him?
I don't know, only he says it's important.
What can be so important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
Tevye, after the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
What for? If he's thinking about buying my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. The least you can do is go talk to him.
What for? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
Talk to him!
All right, after the Sabbath, I'll talk to him.
Model Yente was here. I saw her. If they agree on a match, then they'll find someone and it'll be too late for us.
Don't worry, Tzeitel. I have found someone who will sell me his own sewing machine. And in a few weeks, I'll save enough money to buy it. And then your father will be impressed with me.
But model, a few weeks may be too late.
But what else can we do?
You could ask my father for my hand tonight. Now.
Tonight? Now? Why should your father consider me? Now? I'm only a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Tzeitel, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. He'll yell at me.
Model, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. So will you talk to him?
All right, I'll talk to him.
It's late. Where is everyone? Late!
Reb Tevye?
Come, children, come.
Reb Tevye.
What, Motel, what?
Reb Tevye,
What?
Reb Tevye... Good Sabbath, Reb Tevye. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Come, children, we're lighting the candles. May the Lord protect and defend you
best brandy and 2 glasses.
What's the occasion? Are you throwing a party?
There might be a party, maybe even a wedding.
A wedding? Wonderful! And I'll be happy to make the wedding merry, lead the dancing and so forth, for a little fee, naturally.
A wedding would be no wedding without you and your fee. Good evening.
Good evening.
Got some drinks. Sit down, Pena. Sit down.
Vodka, shots,
Vodka.
right away.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tevye, what are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening, Blazer.
Oh, Tevye, sit down. Have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
I'll go with you, Tevye.
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
Same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Tevye, I suppose you know I wanted to see you.
Yes, Blazer, but there is no use in talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes, why should I get rid of her?
Well, you'll have a few more without her.
I see. Today you may want 1, tomorrow you may want 2.
2? What would I do with 2?
The same as you do with 1.
Tevye, this is very important to me.
Why is this so important to you?
Frankly, because I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Of course I know. We are talking about my new milk cow. The one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow? so I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
Tevye, I'm talking about your daughter Tzeitel.
My daughter Tzeitel?
Yes, your daughter Tzeitel. She comes to my butcher shop every Thursday. She made a very good impression on me. I like her. And as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm pretty well off. I have a good store, I have my own house, a servant. Look, Tevye, why do we have to try to impress each other? Let's shake hands and call it a match. Maybe you won't need a dowry for her. Maybe you won't find something in your own purse too.
Shame on you, shame. What do you mean my own purse? My title's not the kind I would sell for money.
Okay, forget about it. The main thing is that I like her, Tevye. I'll be good to her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? You can have a fine conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, with a butcher, my daughter surely will never know hunger. On the other hand, you don't have to be a scholar. If you're rich, they won't call you stupid. On the other hand, he is much older than her. That's her problem. On the other hand, she is much younger than him. That's his problem. But he'll treat my daughter well. Maybe I misjudged him. He's a good man. What do I think? It's a match.
Oh, Tevye, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
No, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement? To our prosperity. To our good health and happiness. And most important, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, to life. It gives you something to talk about,
something to drink about.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts are pacing on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. To Tzeitel, my daughter,
my wife.
Blessing and bruising us, drink l'chaim to life.
Mordcha, drinks for everybody.
What's the occasion?
I'm taking myself a bride.
Who's the lucky one?
Tevye's oldest, Tzeitel!
Lazar Wolf to Tevye.
Tzeitel, your daughter, my wife!
Journey blessed once, not like our present ones. Bring the higher to life, the higher to life. It's a wedding to make us sing, let's live another day. Bring the higher to life. Raise the glass and take the drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck and favors you. When good fortune favors to such men as natural reason, we deserve it too. To us and our good fortune, be happy, be healthy, long life. And what good fortune never knows is to whatever comes. Bring the higher to life.
I like it.
Tevye, after this marriage, you will be my papa.
Your papa. I always wanted a son, one a little younger than myself.
Good evening. What's the celebration?
Tevye's marrying off his oldest daughter.
May I offer my congratulations, Tevye?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, Tevye, I have a piece of news that I think I should tell you. It's a friend.
What is it?
And I'm giving you this news because I like it. You are a decent, honest person.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now often can someone get a compliment like that? And your news?
We've received orders that sometime soon, this district will have a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom? Here?
No, just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious, just some mischief, so that if an inspector comes through, he'll see that we've done our duty. I thought I should tell you, and you could tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may say so myself, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
Oh, Tevye, that's what I like about you. Always joking. And congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dear God, did you have to bring me news like that? Today of all days. I know we are the chosen people. But once in a while, can't you choose someone else? I know. Thank you for the blessing to my daughter Tzeitel.
Okay, children. Today we will be reading a story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together, all right? Now, Laban had two daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. And Jacob asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years. And after Jacob worked for him for 7 years, do you know what Laban did? Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. You see, the Bible clearly teaches us we must never trust an employer. You understand?
Papa isn't up yet.
No, Mama.
Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He came home and staggered into bed like a dead man. Put that away and clean the barn. Call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Perchik.
Do you think so?
Although I don't know the rabbi would agree with your interpretations.
And neither, I suppose, would the rabbi's son.
My little sisters talk too much.
And what do you know about him? Except that he's a rabbi's son. Would you be interested in him if he were the shoemaker's son or the tinman's son?
At least I know this. He does not make any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Certainly any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, let there be light.
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You have spirit. Even a little intelligence, perhaps.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, a rusty tool.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions. Nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not even look at each other.
I am looking at you.
You are very brave. Did you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate together without permission of the matchmaker? They hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances, like this one. learned it in Kiev. There. We just changed an old custom.
Yes, well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day.
Good day.
Bielke, Sprintze. What's your name?
Hodel, Papa.
Where's Tzeitel?
She's in the barn.
Go get her. Perchik, how did the lesson go?
We made a good beginning.
That's good.
Oh, he's finally off. So what happened last night? Besides your drinking like a peasant?
Patience, woman. As the good book says, good news will stand, bad news shall refuse to leave.
You can die from such a man.
Ah, Tzeitel, my lamb. You ought to be congratulated.
What do you mean, Papa?
Lazar Wolf has asked for your hand in marriage.
Married?
The butcher?
I knew it. My heart told me this was our lucky day. Oh, dear God, I thank thee. I thank thee.
What can you say, Tzeitel?
What can she say? My firstborn, a bride. May you grow old with him in fortune and honor. Not like Sarah, that first one, his. She was a bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Tzeitel. And now I must thank Yente, my Tzeitel, a bride.
Mazel tov, Tzeitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And you, Red Perchik, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Tzeitel, for getting a rich man.
Again, with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
It's no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May the Lord smite me with it. May I never recover. You know I mean your welfare. Right, Tzeitel?
Yes, Papa.
Then why are you so silent?
Oh, Papa. Papa,
What is it?
I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant.
What's wrong with Lazar? He likes you.
Papa, I will be unhappy with him. All my life will be unhappy.
But we made an agreement. And with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, don't force me. I will be unhappy all my days.
Right, I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Tevye, may I speak to you?
Not now, Motel.
I would like to speak to you, Tevye.
Not now. I have problems.
That's what I want to speak to you about. I think I can help.
Certainly, like a bandage can help a corpse.
At least listen to him, Papa.
All right, you have a tongue talk.
Tevye, I hear you're arranging a match for Tzeitel.
He also has ears.
Well, I have a match for Tzeitel.
What kind of match?
A perfect fit.
A perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
Perfect fit, made to measure? Stop talking like Italian and tell me who it is!
Please, Tevye, don't shout at me.
All right, I won't shout. Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it? It's me, myself.
It's him himself. Either you are completely crazy or you're out of your mind. He must be crazy. Who do you think you are? You're matchmaker, groom, all rolled into one?
I know it's a little bit unusual that I'm my own matchmaker.
Unusual? It's crazy.
Tevye, things are changing. And your daughter and I, we gave each other a pledge a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, unthinkable. Who do you think you are? In Moscow, in Paris? Where do they think they are? America? Who do you think you are? You stitcher! You nothing! Who does he think he is? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I cannot allow. Tradition, marriages must be arranged by the Papa. This should never be changed. One little time I pulled out a drum, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Or does the father have to say anything anymore?
I wanted to ask you a long time ago, Tevye, but first I wanted to save some money for a new sewing machine.
Martin, stop talking like a tailor. You're just a poor tailor.
I know, Tevye, but even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. And I promise you, Tevye, your daughter will not starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. On the other hand, what kind of match would that be? A poor tailor. On the other hand, things could not get worse for him. They can only get better. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, unthinkable. But look at my daughter's eyes. She likes him, she wants him. Look at my daughter's face, so hopeful. Tradition! Well, children, when shall we arrange the marriage?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Tevye. You won't be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already!
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Tevye.
What am I going to tell you, Mom? Help!
Mono, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles, walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just let him fall down. Moses of that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But for God's miracles, God's miracles, wonderful is a touch of a worthless lump of clay. God has made a man today. Wonders, miracles, miracles. God took a Tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles led him to Promised land with babies through Goliath. Yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. God's miracles, God is more. Most miracles, wonderful is the one I thought could never be. God has given God to me.
is who?
Frumacera, she was standing right there a minute ago.
Tevye, Frumacera has been dead for years. You must have been dreaming. Tell me.
All right, I tell you. Only, don't be frightened. All right. Well, in the beginning of my dream, we're having a celebration of some kind. Everyone we knew was there, and musicians too. In the middle of my dream, in what your grandmother Tzeitel.
Grandma Tzeitel? How did she look?
For a woman who's been dead 30 years, she looked very good. Naturally, I went up to greet her. She said to me,
A blessing on your head,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
to see a daughter wed,
mazel tov, mazel tov.
and such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The Tailor Motel Camsoil.
Motel?
A worthy boy is he,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
a pious family.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after my dear Uncle Mordecai, the Tailor Motel Camsoil.
A tailor? She must have heard wrong. She meant a butcher.
all right, I'll tell her. You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You meant a butcher, Grandma, by the name of Lazar Wolf.
I mean a tailor, Tevye, my great-grandchild, my little Tzeitel who you named for me. Motel's bride was meant to be. For such a match I prayed. In heaven it was made. A fine upstanding boy, a comfort and a joy. The Tailor Motel Camsoil.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
All right, I'll tell her. But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher, Lazar Wolf.
No! You announced it, Tevye. Let your head ache. But after Lazar Wolf, I say to you, Tevye, that's your headache too!
The Tailor Motel Campos.
My righteous anger shaken. Why not? What would be the thinking? It's the butcher's wife called from the other day. It's the butcher's dear darling, departed wife. From a Sarah, 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 from a Sarah.
What is this about your daughter marrying my husband? What you do to your father name up from a Sarah? Have you no consideration for a woman's feelings? Handing over my belongings to a total stranger. How can you allow it? How can you let your daughter take my place? Live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes, pearls? How? Such a learned man as Tevye wouldn't let it happen. Tell me that it isn't true and that I wouldn't worry. Say you didn't give your blessing to your daughter's marriage. Let me tell you what would follow such a fatal wedding. If Tzeitel marries Lazar Wolf, I pity them both. She'll live with him 3 weeks. And when 3 weeks are up, I'll come to her by night. I'll take her by the throat. And this I'll give you Tzeitel, that I'll give you Tzeitel, this I'll give you Tzeitel. Hands
present if she marries Lazar Wolf! May it fall into a river, may it sink into the earth. Such a dark and horrible dream. And to think it was brought on by that butcher. If my grandmother Tzeitel, may she rest in peace, took the trouble to come all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, then all we can say is that it is all for the best and it couldn't possibly be any better. Amen.
Amen.
A blessing on my head, mazel tov, like Grandma Tzeitel said, mazel tov, we'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tailor Mordcha comes oil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov,
we had when we began.
mazel tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
The tailor Mordcha comes oil.
The tailor Mordcha comes oil. The tailor Mordcha comes oil. The tailor Mordcha comes oil.
Did you hear? Tevye Tzeitel married Motel, not Lazar Wolf. No. Yes.
Model's married Tzeitel?
Mazel tov, Model.
Thank you very much.
I know, Lazar Wolf, the butcher.
No, Model, the tailor. Imagine, Tzeitel's married Model. I can't believe it.
Well, what's wrong with my son, Model?
Chandel, Mazel tov.
Yusuf, do you have a wedding hat for me?
Lazar Wolf ordered a hat, but I warn you, it's not going to be cheap.
Well, I got his bride. I think I can get his hat.
Well, then come, Model. I'll show you.
Chava, can you take care of the store for me?
Of course.
Thank you.
Come, Model. Mazel tov, Chava. Mazel tov.
Thank you very much.
Mazel tov, Ava. Mazel tov.
Please, may I pass?
Why, we're congratulating you.
Mazel tov, Chava.
Mazel tov.
All right, stop it.
What's wrong with you?
Just stop it.
Now listen here, Fiat.
Goodbye, Sasha. I said goodbye. I'm sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they?
Chava. Chava.
Is there something you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the booksellers. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? It's because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about us the way they feel about you? I didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Let me tell you something about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow. Charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright, and very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Go ahead. Take the book. It's by Henry Chain. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, you're quite right. Good. After you return it, I'll ask you how you like it. And then we'll talk about it for a while. And then we'll talk about life. It can all turn out quite pleasant.
Oh, Bielke, can I help you?
No, thank you.
Here's your book.
No, it's mine.
Good day, Chava.
Good day.
Bielke.
Good day, Fiddler.
this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older.
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall?
Was it yesterday when they were
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly ahead. Seedlings turned overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze.
sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly one season following another, laden with happiness
What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way?
Now we must learn from one another, day by day.
They look so natural together,
Just like two newlyweds should be.
Is there what can it be in store for me? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly one season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
like our good friend Lazar Wolf, who has everything in the world except for a wife. But Lazar has no ill feelings. In fact, he has a gift for the newlyweds that he would like to announce himself. Come, Lazar Wolf.
Like she said, I have no ill feelings. What's done is done. I am giving the newlyweds 5 chickens. One for each of the first 5 Sabbaths of their wedded life.
Well, Lazar, you are a decent man. On behalf of my daughter and her new husband, accept your gifts. There's an old saying that goes...
Tevye, I'm not marrying your daughter. I don't have to listen to your sayings.
You just listen. I was only going to say that there is...
Why should I? A man who breaks an agreement?
Now, Lazar, in the middle of a wedding?
I have a right to talk.
What right? It's not your wedding.
It should have been.
Don't shame me in his daughter's wedding.
But it shamed me in front of the whole village.
John! Rabbi, say something.
I say, let's sit down.
We all heard the wise words of the rabbi.
Now, I'd like to sing a little song that...
You can keep your diseased chickens.
You keep my chickens out of this.
Once the conflict settled,
we drank on it.
Once they butcher, always they butcher.
Grandmother came to us from the grave. What's that? What grandmother? My grandfather came to me from the grave and told me that her grandmother was a big liar. My grandmother was an honest person.
The time's quite settled. No.
Quiet! What's all the yelling about? My grandmother assigned. We drank on it. Tzeitel want to marry Model, not Lazar.
A young girl decides for herself?
Yes, why not? They love each other.
Love? He's so radical.
What happened to the matchmaker?
No one needs a matchmaker. People should decide for themselves.
I say...
We know. Let's sit down.
Musicians, play! It's a wedding. Yeah.
Some wedding.
What's he doing?
Perchik,
stop them.
Who will dance with me?
It's a sin.
It's no sin to dance at a wedding.
But with a girl?
That's what comes from bringing a wild man into your house.
He's not a wild man. His ideas are a little different, but he just...
It's a sin.
It's no sin. Ask the rabbi. Ask him.
Well, Rabbi?
Dancing, well, it's not exactly forbidden, but...
There you see, it's not forbidden.
And it's no sin. Now, who will dance with me?
Hodel?
It's just a dance, Mama.
Musicians, play.
Look at Tevye's daughter!
She's dancing with a man!
I can see she's dancing. I'm going to dance with my wife, Golde.
extremely sorry. You understand?
Of course.
Come!
What is everyone standing around for? Clean up!